every dinosaur. I learned how to read comic books. My babysitter said I was really smart. When the lights went out, everything changed. The radio music made me feel strange, and I had a real bad dream about a gorilla in the bathroom. And back when I was 6 and I took everything real serious, and I thought that every song that came on the radio was referring to strange sexual acts, because I thought I wouldn't know the facts, and being small is hard and no one ever tells you how. And back when I was 8, I'd sit outside on an old milk crate and look out at the world from the stoop across the street. The boom boxes and the hot concrete, and every Halloween they hung a million rubber skeletons across 9th Street. And back when I was 12 or so, I swear to God, I never felt so low. Everyone but me was making out and eating cookies. I had more than my brain could stand. I threw my life in a garbage can. I felt so weird I had to disappear in crying suicide disease. And then at 15 getting stoned felt good and sent me back to childhood. And nothing ever mattered to me more than that. But then 16 became eclipse and my brain became apocalypse. I was lost and found and I've never been the same. And back when I was 22, I left the best thing that I knew, and I gave it up for fortune and for fame. And I played like I didn't know how. I shocked the world, I wowed the crowd, but I deserved more than what they gave. And back when I was 27, still nothing had been forgiven. Clay turns into rock and rock just sits. So sitting on a crowded beach, I'd pretend I was a leech, and I'd stick to things here and there for a little bit. And back when I was 31, I knew I'd become what I'd become. There's nothing left to reveal and nowhere else to turn. So shocked and withered, dumb and bitter, and in need of a babysitter, I gladly let my hand fall off and burn, burn, burn. And then back when I turned a big 4-0, I realized just how much there was to go. I started to think being alone forever wasn't where it was at. I took my head out of the window and taught myself how to love real fast. I started talking about painting with a woman in a laundromat. And back when I was 50 and my first wife had just left me, I felt okay and I sang my daughter funny little songs. And just when I thought the best was past, I fell in love for real at last. And it didn't even matter that it had taken me so long. And back when I was 63, the public rediscovered me. My comic books and albums had all become rare cult collector items. And both my parents were deceased, so I didn't see my records get re-released. And I got a dog for the first time in my life. And back when I was 74, my dog died and I got 2 more. I still felt really good about my daughter and also about my girlfriend, and I would sing and draw a little bit, but mostly I would just wake up early and sit and hang out with the puppies and wish that I could live forever. And back when I was 87 and my grandson had just turned 11, my woman was dead and my dogs were getting pretty old. And my body didn't work quite like it should, but overall things were pretty good. And I was getting decent royalties from the reissued comic books and records. And back when I was 106, my only friend was one goldfish. Everyone I ever knew was dead and gone. And the goldfish never had a name, and the neighbors thought I was insane. And I flushed it down the toilet when I saw it floating upside down. And back when I was 128, I'd sit outside on an old milk crate and look out at the world from the stoop across the street. The boom boxes and the hot concrete, and every Halloween they hung a million rubber skeletons across 9th Street. Every Halloween they hung a million rubber skeletons. Every Halloween they hung a million rubber skeletons. Every Halloween they hung a million rubber skeletons. Thanks. My brother Jack is going to play with me. We've been playing music together for a few years in our bedroom back in New York, and my friend Anders Griffin, who's the most sought-after drummer in New York City, because very few people actually own drum kits in those little apartments. We've stolen him away for this tour these couple of weeks. So we're really glad to have him here, and everybody in New York City is really miserable because they don't have a drummer for the next 2 weeks. And he just told me he played 1 gig a week, at least, sometimes like 3 or 4 since September at least. And yeah, if anybody's an out-of-work drummer, and New York City's songwriting scene could use some more drummers.
There's not much money.
There's no money in it, but you'll meet some cool songwriters.